Greetings, fellow noobs, and welcome to another NuubCast. This is Blomus, and I am bringing you, whoa, little mouse, little mouse escaping. Um, this is a 1v1 here on Metalopolis. You recognize that right away, and this is Sin, very good Terran player. He sent me about 5 replays. I picked 3 of them to cast, and 2 of them I did back to back like a week or so ago, and they were my 2 most hilarious. Just funny, had like just all kinds of like goofy stuff in them, movie quotes. I like acted out like entire scenes from movies, and it's like weird crap going on throughout the cast. I had so much fun doing those casts, and I know I told you about this already, but what I didn't tell you is that they were Sin's casts. One is Sin and one as Kitty Gosu. I think he has 2 accounts. I don't know if they're different servers or what, but those, and I'm really sad. One of them was a really great game. One of them was a long, epic game, lots of big battles, but not the best as far as excitement level, but lots to talk about. And I just had such a ton of fun with them. And as soon as one of the bad things that I do is after I cast a replay, I immediately delete it so that I know that I've already done it. You know what I mean? And then when I go through my Fraps files and I look at them, and I played it and I was like, what? No sound. Oh, I was heartbroken. And I Facebooked about it and told the other NuubCaster guys about it. I was so bummed for seriously, I was bummed for 48 hours about having done what I thought was some of my best work as a caster, and then to have it just not even exist. It never even existed, because I was recording it and thinking I was recording it, but my mic was never turned on. Fraps never recorded a word of it, so it was just gone. So, and therefore, so are those 2 replays. I could probably dig them up again via my email program and recast them, but I don't know. I actually, there is a certain level of sacredness to them in my mind, because and I know what would happen if I tried to cast those replays again. I would try to redo what I did that Saturday night or whenever it was, and I know I would not be able to recapture the magic that I had going on that night. So I'm not even going to try. I'm not going to try and relocate the replays. I'm not going to try and recast them. Just would not work out, and I would feel bad about even trying. So, but I did want to get, this is the 3rd replay that I saved of Sins to cast, and here we are. It is a PvT, another PvT. We just had a PvT, so I was going to consider skipping this and doing the next one, which was a ZVP, but I'm kind of sticking with my newly formulated plan of casting games in the order that I get them. It helps me to stay organized. It helps me to remember, in some sense, who has sent me the casts and what the story behind the games and all that. But whatever. So, PvT, back-to-back PvTs. My apologies if you find that annoying or boring, but that's what's going on. But Sin is here, knocking it out the box. Got really great saturation. Only 1 barracks, getting the fast command center down, getting the stim out, early stim. Oh man, missing the engagement. Marauders and Marine kicking some butt. The concussive shell is done, and so they are out. And this is what, if you're Protoss and you get this early aggression, one of the first units I like to get out is a sentry, just for this reason. Because this Marauder, it takes 30 shots from to kill the Zealot, but he can do it because he can just kite the crap out of him. And you never want to just get one unit out to go after those marauders. You need a zealot and a stalker. You need them to be kiting the zealot while your stalker is shooting at him. But obviously one marauder not going to do the job. So he is getting out of dodge. And oh, by the way, the Protoss player here is random. And what better what better name can you have than random? I don't know if random actually plays random, but if he doesn't, then he should change his name. But if he does, that's just totally baller. If you play random and your handle is random, that's just badass, ladies and gentlemen. There's no two ways about it. So we got 2-gate robo, fast expand, not fast, not really fast, 8-minute. 8-minute expand. This was a fast expansion. Sin getting the early command center down. Already got the factory down. Already got the starport going down. We're 8.5 minutes in. If you wanted to race for a Banshee, then you could get that starport up with a tech lab and a Banshee coming out by like 6.5, 7 minutes. You could do that, but obviously he did this big barracks push first, getting those infantry units out, and the Protoss feeling a little ballsy here. Got some zealots and an immortal. I do not like this. Not without a sentry. I don't like the push. Guardian shield right here would be so amazing. And I tell you what, the Protoss player could kill everything. If he had one Guardian shield, he would kill everything, and nothing would get away from him. He kept all his units together. Zealot would be like, instead of chasing these marauders around, we'd be picking off all these little SCVs. Looks like he's doing alright anyway, but he would have a whole lot more health if he had that Guardian Shield. Taken off with the command center, one stalker, not going to do a crap ton of damage on that. Could kill that mule, although it's not really necessary at this moment. Random able to take down a tech lab, always a great place to focus your damage is taking out a tech lab. It's guaranteed damage, and not only is it guaranteed damage, but you are slowing down. No, random, get him out of there. That's kind of a waste of a couple of stalkers right there. Kind of a waste, and those tech labs take a really long time to build. Not quite as long as reactors, but really long time to build. And then we're going to see the switch. We're going to see some medevacs and probably Vikings, although I don't think that well, let's find out. Alright, does he know about the Colossus? Not yet. Doesn't know about the expansion yet either. No scans, no scouting going down here for Sin. So, but you know, at this point, when you see the Immortal, you know the Robo Bay's up, so you got to be expecting Colossus if you are a Terran player and you're going bio. Without a doubt, you're going to see some Colossus. If you don't see Colossus, then you're going to see High Templar, and frankly, I don't know which one you want to see worse in the mid to late game. Pardon me. As you know, I was pretty sick last week. My voice still, I don't know, it doesn't feel like it's 100% recovered. Normally I can plow through 5 or 6 casts and not need to worry about my voice too much, but that has not been the case recently. This last week you've heard me coughing and hacking, and I think it's just residual health stuff. Sin says to Random, you are good. You're good, bruh. You're good. And he is. He's pretty good. I don't think he was being sarcastic. I think he was being complimentary. And maybe he was maybe he was trying to distract him. One of the things that actually works is when you're doing something sneaky like a drop is chat to your opponent. Chat to your opponent. You get their fingers on the keyboard and you know what's not happening. They can't defend their base. They can't do the things they need to do. And this drop is working out pretty well for Sin, doing a fair amount of damage. He is eventually going to lose this. If he wanted to chase down that medevac, he could, and he would take it out by the time it got over here, but he's not going to get there in time. Um, and now random. Let's see. Is he in trouble? No, I don't think so. He's not. Let's check out the army tab. Yeah, I knew about even. Income, very, very close. So yeah, these guys are pretty much right on top of each other. Nobody's got a huge advantage right now. Gonna see a high five between a Marine and a probe. Not a high five, a high F you. I'm gonna shoot you in the face, you damn probe, and get out of my space. Sin taking the third, very wise at this juncture. You know, you get a sense sometimes if you have decent star sense that you know, things are even. You know, you just did a bunch of damage in his base. He came back and did a bunch of damage in your base with that drop. So you got to do something to either balance it, or I mean, you got to do something to unbalance it. You got to do something to tip the scales in your direction. That's what Sin is doing right here. He's getting very good sense with these stalkers, trying to get these Vikings before they're able to basically 2-3 shot these Colossus. He is going to get. Oh, he almost got one. Didn't quite get it. And almost lost. Did he lose one? I think he might have lost one. Almost 2 Vikings. But he was able to push back the push, and you know, this Colossus needs a few minutes to recuperate. But he is going to send in the stalkers over here, who are probably going to be able to take down one of these Vikings, but apparently not. Now, this force, because it's all MM, and now you see Dark Omicron, or not Dark Omicron, Sin is ahead by about 20 food. But it is all Marine medevac again, and there's a huge number of Colossus here. Only about 5 zealots. Oh no, 8 zealots, 7 stalkers, and 4 Colossus. Not a bad mix. I would love to see a couple sentries in there, man, just for Guardian Shield. But now there's a crap ton of Vikings. These are going to one-shot the Colossus easy, so they're going to be taken out fairly quickly. With that number of Vikings, you better start going Templar. That's what. That is exactly what Random is doing. But he's continuing to get the Colossus out, and finally getting his third. Well, it's not finally. It's out. It's finished. It's done. Got to transfer these probes over. Not sure what he is waiting for. Oh, he had to drop back there. Well, sorry about that. Or at least there was an attempt to drop, so he pulled back. Putting some weakened units out here. Don't know why he's doing that. He could have medevacs out. He's getting medevacs out. They are out. They are joining the force. This is not a lot of bio right here. Even with this over here, it's not a lot. There's a crap ton of Vikings, and which are going to be great to take out the Colossus, but if you don't have enough bio to counteract the ground units of the Protoss player, then you could be in big trouble. But here goes Sin again, doing another drop, going to be going around the outside, looking to do some in-base damage at the production level. Now this is scary, if you ask me. If I was Sin, this would scare the crap out of me. You've got 5 Colossus, lots of Templar on the way. Storm is just about to finish, so when it does finish, these guys are going to be very close to having storms. And Random's going to see this, and how's he going to react to the drop? He's going to warp in 4 zealots, bring in. Oh, I don't. It kind of bugs me when people like bring their entire army all the way in to deal with a drop, because you know what happens? You bring your whole army in, and then he does this. He goes and drops over here, and you know, Random was basically able to get there in time because he had Colossus. But if he didn't have Colossus, he'd have rolled all the way around, and they probably would have killed like 10 probes by the time he was able to get there. But he didn't, so now both guys are moving out. Crap ton of Vikings. Oh my goodness, so many Vikings. So many Vikings. They could probably one-shot 2 Colossus. There's so many Vikings there. Which should lead you to say, along with me, because they can only shoot one at once. Yeah. But there's the storms. Vikings, very susceptible to storm. Bad storms by Random, walking through his own storms instead of trying to get his opponent to go through them. Lost only 2 Colossus, so I'd say that Random made out very well in that battle. And Sin gonna have to go home and probably repair a lot of... Oh no, Random coming after him. Still one-shotting the Colossus though, so the Vikings are doing their job. But the Stalkers, or a couple of storms on those Vikings, and they're gonna be very softened up. Is there Ghosts out? Yes, there is, and they're just getting sniped. Very nice work by Sin getting the Ghosts out. I should have picked up on that sooner. My apologies. But the Ghost Academy is out. No cloak. But they do have EMP automatically. Don't even have to. Oh, you know, they don't have to research it. That's the word I'm looking for. Don't have to research EMP. It is an automatic. Thing, and I wish I could have seen. I should know this stuff already. How much energy it's probably just like the Kadarian Amulet. It starts at it's a 25 energy boost, so that you can warp in a ghost with enough energy to do an EMP off the top. So basically, we're talking about almost a 1-to-1 ratio here. EMP does a sick amount of damage in PvT. So whatever I would say, whatever they do to the High Templar, they should be doing to Ghosts. I'm going to stand on that for a while, at least until I do some more research. But that feels right now. And Sin doing some drops, kiting some Zealots, stimming it up, doing some damage. And Random got the 4 base action going. Got some 5 bases. Wow. Getting that center base. Sin doing the same thing, looking for the gold. Lots of barracks. We got 4 over here and 6 over here, so that's 10 barracks, double starport, double eBay, 4 research, getting up to 3, kicking it wild style. No upgrades for Protoss. Big mistake. I cannot, particularly at this point in the game, we're 25 minutes into the game and you don't have upgrades. Let me tell you something, bro. You lose. I don't even care if you've got like a 30 food advantage. You don't, but even if you did, and here come multi-prong attacks, multi-prong aggression by Sin, doing a great job, and Random looking strong because of his unit comp, but very behind as far as army, about 40 food behind, but Sin is maxed. So what you can do as Terran while you're maxed is make turrets out in the field with your army, so that when the Protoss player engages, turrets can hit the Colossus, but there's not a ton of Colossus here because there's so many Vikings. Very good storms. Oh, stim! Oh my goodness, another storm, and these guys are dead. Are we going to see it? No, there's not enough energy, or there was an EMP or something. And, wow. Yeah, definitely some EMP. You see those low energy. Another EMP able to take out all of the shields on that Archon, which, if you didn't know, is 350 shields. So, and if you ask me, if you compare, and we've had this conversation, we'll continue to have this conversation. Forgive me if it's boring you to death that we keep having this conversation. But if you compare 2 shots from a EMP in its current state will pretty much destroy an Archon shield, all but one, like 50 shields, versus 80 damage if you sit in a storm. But yeah, Sin's going to take this out. This is going to be the end right here. I don't think he has Kydarian Amulet. I can't really disagree right there. Too good. Terran's too good. Imba Terran. Oh yeah. He does have the Kydarian Amulet, but not enough gas to continue to warp in storms. EMP anyway, and those guys are worthless. And that is good game. Very good job by Sin, though, utilizing ghosts and taking out the what appeared to be a very strong Protoss player who was doing very well, even though he was behind. If it weren't for the ghosts and the EMP, game over, baby. So good job by both of these guys, and hope you enjoyed that game. Keep climbing that ladder. I promise I won't bore you with a lot more Ghost Storm versus EMP talk. I'll try not to anyway. PvT matchup is inevitable to talk about. But anyway, I hope I didn't miss too much of the action by BSing about that. Those two cast those two spells. Anyhows, peace out. Keep climbing that ladder.